What is up, everybody? I'm TychoCelchuuu, and look, it's a Men of War Assault Squad video sent in by a fan, Jack 01. That didn't take me very long to forget his name. But the important thing is he sent in a video, and it's of Men of War. So now we get to watch a video of Men of War, and it's on a snowy map. Looks like it's a 1v1. This is, of course, Assault Squad. He is playing as the British. He is probably fighting the Germans. Looks like he is fighting the Germans. Someone just got shot by a Car 98. So, we're good to go. And he's playing on battle zones, so he needs to take the majority of these 3 points. And I like how he sent one little dude over to the left, although that dude's setting up sandbags rather than attacking. So, now that the opponent has crawled into this middle point, if that's the only one that gets taken, our guy's going to be in trouble. Oh, he sent his machine gunner over there. Here's what I like. He bought one little submachine gun infantryman to go over there. So now, no matter what happens in the middle, he'll probably be fine on the left. Machine gunner to guard that thing should keep him pretty safe for a while, especially since the machine gunner's got those good sandbags, although he's really paying for his lack of a machine gunner here in the middle, getting himself shot up by these Germans, especially that MG42 set up over there. So yeah, he's basically lost the engagement, although he did keep the opponent from rushing that middle point for a while. So things actually looking not so awful for him. What else is there to talk about? Very little. I don't think I've ever played this. Oh no, the opponent took the right, so the opponent's not an idiot. I'm glad we'll have a good fight, I believe, because the opponent was smart enough to send somebody over to the right and capture that point. This is pretty much a no-brainer, whether you're playing a 1v1 or a 5v5. Like, honestly, you should always be attacking as many points as you can possibly do without compromising your attack. So if it's just send one man over to a point to see if it's guarded or not, totally worth it. Totally worth it. So we have an Oerlikon 20mm AA gun moving up. That'll blow the crap out of some people, especially in the early game when there's not anything liable to move up on it. What you want to guard these things from, light vehicles, you do have to be careful if the light vehicle shoots you, but typically 20mm, good enough caliber to punch through most light vehicles, and especially since the Oerlikon fires so fast, it's typically going to shred any enemy light vehicles coming up on you. But you do have to see them coming, and you have to be aiming at them, so that's important. You do have to worry about people sniping your men off the Oerlikon. Typically you shouldn't really be getting close enough to infantry for that to happen, but of course if they can sneak up on you, throw a grenade, or they actually get like a literal sniper or something, then you do have to worry about that. So that's something to watch out for. Certainly light tanks, watch out for those. Those will probably take you down. No issues. AT guns, even small caliber AT guns will typically outrange you, and then they'll just blow you up with HE shells, so watch out for those. And of course indirect fire weapons like mortars or other artillery, so watch out for those. But other than that, you can pretty much rule the roost with your AT or AA guns early in the match. They'll shred up enemy infantry, and as long as you know, oh, here's a vehicle. You see it on the minimap? Let's look for the vehicle. Waiting for the vehicle. Oh, there, it looks like it's a tank. So if he knows what's good for him, he's going to get his Oerlikon out of there. Panzer IV? I think so. Shooting down those trees. So the tank's shooting from far away, but it doesn't matter, because once it eventually hits, it'll kill it. But man, really mowing down these trees. Germans don't like the coniferous trees in this match. Coniferous. I wonder if coniferous means they have like cones. Like pine cones. I don't know. I barely even know how to spell my own name, so I should probably not be going on about like coniferous plants. So this guy's name is Christian Smith in the bottom left. That guy's name is Kevin Parker in the bottom left, and now we're down to Christian Smith again, so that's great. I like this assault he's got going on the right, taking this thing back. I'm not sure why he's not more worried about his Oerlikon AA gun. It seems like once this thing finishes knocking down trees and killing its own men, it's going to start taking out the Oerlikon. But maybe the opponent thinks that our player is not silly enough to not move his Oerlikon. So the opponent assumes the Oerlikon is moved. Oh, no, now it's just mowed down 3 people. So I don't know why this tank is being so cautious. He must be... Oh, there we go. Oerlikon dead. See, I don't know why he didn't move it. He was just... I don't know. I don't know at all. But here we see this machine gun, like I told you, doing a great job holding down the left-hand side with the help of the little Sten gun, submachine gun dude hanging out here, but it looks like this assault's getting pretty heavy, so he's gonna have to start defending with something more, and that's what the Tetrarch's for. It's nice to have a light vehicle to react to this stuff, because they just drive over faster. Not quite in time to keep the point from being taken, and you notice he also has to scout with this little rifleman dude or whatever, but certainly fast enough to make a difference. Oof, that was bad. He should have tried to keep his rifleman from peeking around the corner because he got himself shot, but that was just too much micro, I think, for him to handle at once. You gotta click on a lot of stuff. So here comes the Panzer IV. He needs to be very careful, and we see him backing up a bit, trying to get some HE shots on this guy, but one good shot from the Panzer IV, and that's gonna be it for the Tetrarch, even though this is the crappy Panzer IV. It's the infantry support tank sort of thing. It's got a little stubby gun on the front, but it can still shoot armor-piercing rounds, and those armor-piercing rounds can still penetrate a light tank, so... what's this guy's name? Julian Hurt? William Davis? I'm just reading names of infantrymen. See, this game is so detailed, every guy's got a name. Isn't that wonderful? I think it's wonderful. So we're on the back foot here if we're rooting for the guy who sent in the video, and hopefully we are, unless we are the guy who is on the other side playing this. So if you're you, then it's okay to root for you, otherwise you should be rooting for the UK. Especially, like, some people might be rooting for the Germans because they're like creepy sort of neo-Nazis that seem to hang out on the internet and play World War II games. And like, you're playing Red Orchestra or something, and then like, they only play on the German side and they have names like 44th Schutzstaffel General Erwin Rommel SS Death Guard KKK or whatever, and you're like, Jesus, what's wrong? And I don't know, but they seem to come out of the woodwork for the Nazi games, so if you're one of those people, you're probably rooting for the Germans. So I guess that's okay. So lost a lot of infantry over here on the right. Wow. He might be able to knock out this Panzer IV. Boom! Look at that! Don't show your butt to a Tetrarch. Boom! Oh! Oh, suck on that. Wow. Very nice job. Yeah. The tanks are not... This is why Men of War is such a great game. You can't just like drive a tank around and be like, burp, burp, I'm a tank, I got armor, because if you show your butt or something, you're gonna get shot, even by something like a light tank or an AT gun. So there's a lot of lethality in this game, and one false move and kaboom! There's no health bars to fall back on, except for infantry. Infantry have health bars, so health bars for them. Is that an armored car over on the right? So that's gonna be bad. Once that armored car moves in, which is doing right now, I think. Wow, rifle grenade just took out. Oh, he's sending in Volkssturm on the right, so they're getting screwed up. That armored car should probably have gone in slightly more with them for the assault, but he's worried about losing it. So I like how our player is sticking mostly to infantry. He did make a bit of a gaffe losing all those infantry in the middle. He tried to sort of assault that enemy dug in position, but it didn't work out too well. Near the end, he tried to throw a grenade. I think if he had tried that earlier, it would have been better. And here we have the armored car moving in, so that was painful. Spread himself a bit thin with his infantry. That Oerlikon AA gun, I'm really not sure if it's worth buying in the beginning, and if it was worth buying, I'm pretty sure it wasn't worth losing. Once that Panzer IV had fired 6 shots and knocked down like 8 trees, I think it was time to get the Oerlikon out of there, maybe reposition it to the right, because then that would have forced the Panzer IV to go all the way to the right, and especially if you look at this map, the layout is very bad for the Panzer IV going to the right. He has to either go across that narrow bridge, which would take him a while, or he has to drive across the frozen pond, and it looks like there's a bunch of hills and stuff heading to the right, so really there's no quick way for that Panzer IV to get there, and basically it's a lot of crap that he would have to run into, and that would give his the United Kingdom infantry a lot of options to ambush. So you want to be thinking about forcing your opponent into bad situations, and you can often use the terrain of the map to do that. You see over here, this is fairly wide open. Not a lot of cover. There's trees and some hay bales and stuff, but generally not a huge amount of cover. In the middle, it's almost completely trees, so it starts off not very built up, and then gets much less built up. Although you see the opponent clumped around this rock, I think, on the right, and some sandbags, so even little bits of cover can soon become important. But then over on the right, I think things get very hilly. There's that bridge and stuff, so you should think about funneling your opponent, not just into like kill zones and stuff, but even pedestrian things, like funneling your opponent's tank into these weird place, because if the tank wants to go to the right, it can drive through the middle, but that opens it up to AT gun shots if you have an AT gun overlooking the middle, which is fairly easy to do, because you can put an AT gun sort of behind your lines and have it just shoot in the middle, which is generally a good idea, just have an AT gun doing overwatch. That's far enough away that it's not going to get shot by enemies. So, if you do that, it makes it dangerous for the Panzer IV to sort of drive through the middle to get to the right, and then it's got to take the long way around and take that stupid bridge. So, obviously you're not going to kill the Panzer IV by making it take the bridge, but it's just, you know, you force it to waste some time, and time is money, is power, is, time is money, is money power? I don't know, but if you can waste your opponent's time, then you should do it. Waste everything. This is like the opposite. Like, if normally in real life you don't want to waste stuff, because then you waste, well, I can't really think of good reasons not to waste things, except that's bad for the environment, but clearly nobody cares about that. But generally, I think waste is good in this game if you can get your opponent to waste anything. If you can get them to waste units, if you can get them to waste time. Ammo, not a huge deal. Get them to waste points. Get them to waste... there's not a lot of stuff to waste in this game, but time. Time is the big thing that not a lot of people think about. But if you can force your opponent to dig around, drive around places they don't want to drive around, that can be good. And one of the great ways to do that is area denial. You just buy an AT gun, and you make it known that your AT gun is somewhere, and if they don't know exactly where your AT gun is, or if they know exactly where your AT gun is but they can't get to it, that denies area to them. And they have to go around if they want to get anywhere. This Tetrarch's not going to have a lot of luck fighting this Panzer IV, although he did get the crew messed up looking for a weak point. But yeah, that can only happen if you get lucky. So he's looking to buy a 6-pounder. He almost tried to buy a 17-pounder, but no, that didn't happen. Oh, might be able to set up and just nail it down this road. Ooh, looks like first shot went wide over the Panzer IV. That's unfortunate. Second shot glanced off. So yeah, he is forcing the Panzer IV to pull back. So this is what I'm talking about. Getting an AT gun that you sort of keep behind your lines. Hey, when did he buy a mortar? Getting an AT gun that you kind of keep behind your lines can be very helpful. Oh man, they repaired that other Panzer IV. That sucks. That's the problem with knocking down enemy tanks that far back. Oof. This guy's getting attacked on all fronts. I like this opponent. Very wily opponent. I like both players in this match. They're not playing dumb. They're not just buying a bunch of tanks. Opponent's going a bit heavy on the Panzer IVs, but that's to be expected. They were a Panzer IV. They're pretty cool. And I love mortars. Everybody loves mortars. So good play. What was I talking about before that? Oh yeah, sticking an AT gun. So his AT gun that he's got right now, he can move it up a bit. But other than that, oh, looks like this left side is screwed. And he doesn't have enough points to fix it unless he buys a hero unit. So this AT gun sort of looking down this road, that's some big area denial right there, and that's a big thing for enemy tanks to worry about. And to the extent that it's safe from enemy attack, which it ought to be since it's far behind his lines, that can be pretty valuable. And it looks like he's getting shot by 2 tanks right now. And maybe even an enemy mortar? I can't quite tell. I don't think so. I think it's just 2 tanks. But opponent going a bit heavy on the Folksturm, I think. I've seen at least 2 squads of those bought, and generally there's just such trash that it's rarely worth it. I mean, they are pretty cheap, but they just, look at that, 3 Folksturm dead to a mortar. It's just, they die so quickly that it's almost for each Folksturm, it's like 2 Folksturm are barely worth like 1 rifleman, and I'm not sure they're twice as cheap. Maybe they are. I think they're even like a third as cheap or something. They're pretty cheap, but still, you get what you pay for. And there goes the 6-pounder, unfortunately. I'm not sure. Looks like the opponent's doing pretty good. I'm not sure if he's doing pretty good scouting or if there's just not a lot of stuff to hide behind. This is a fairly open map, it seems like. So that sort of necessitates different sort of tactics. You get tanks with heavier front armor. You engage from longer ranges, or you go around the sides. You get the heavier guns and the heavier armor, the lighter stuff, or you keep the lighter stuff moving. So this is going to look ugly. He's got a Crusader anti-aircraft tank. I'm not sure why in God's green earth he would buy this thing. I guess he just didn't have enough points for anything else. All he can hope for is to knock out the track on this thing. Yeah, no, not going to happen. Yeah, AA guns, typically used for shooting airplanes. Yeah, don't. if you're gonna do this sort of banzai, run at the tank charge, try and take it out thing with AT grenades, run from the side or from behind, because the front of the tank has a whole machine gun just looking out at you, and I've played Men of War, well, no, I haven't played Men of War a ton. Frankly, I've barely played Men of War as much as you guys have, probably, but I've played Men of War enough to realize that running straight at a tank basically never works. Like, it's almost... The whole machine gun is going to see you, and it's going to shoot you. The whole machine gun has to be shooting at something else for it to work, and if you're in front of the tank, there's very quickly not going to be something else for it to be shooting at. I mean, like, it's a machine gun, it kills people, so if you've ever played Red Orchestra 2, at least before the latest patch, they sort of fixed it, but before the latest patch, the whole machine guns were controlled by AI gunners if there was nobody in there, and they were fucking like... They were like robot gunners, like actual, they could just shoot laser beams, basically. It was like the Men of War tanks, except it was in a first-person shooter, so it fucking sucked. They picked people off like nuts, and oh, that's painful. He just lost half his commando squad to a Panzer IV shot. So, and there goes the other half to another Panzer IV shot. So, yeah, the whole machine gun on the front of a tank is just going to shoot infantry in the front of the tank. So if you're going to charge a tank with an AT grenade, please charge from the side or from the behind. Even if the tank's turret is looking at you, and the tank's turret also has a machine gun, even if that's true, you still have a better chance than if you run at from the front, because the tank's turret might be shooting at other stuff. You know, it can see a lot of stuff from up there. It's higher up. There's a lot of infantry for it to shoot. And I'm not sure if it prioritizes nearer things. But the whole machine gun has very few choices. It can only fire in like a 30-degree arc in front of the tank. It's basically going to shoot you if, wow, I'm not sure this Panzer IV should be running with its back turned. That's the risky way. Yeah, oh, looks like it didn't pay off. Or did it? I can't tell. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, obviously Tactics 101, if you want your tank to run away, you've got two choices. You turn the tank around 180 degrees and you drive away, or you back the tank up. Now, basically never turn around. The only time you would want to turn around... when would you want to turn around? You're very close... No. Okay, the only time you want to turn around is if you're fighting someone who basically can't blow the crap out of your engine. Because if you're far away, you obviously don't turn around because you only have to go a little bit of distance to get out of range, so you want to back up. And so speed is not super important. If you're very close, it's going to take you a while to turn around, then once you do, they've got your butt for like 20 minutes while you run away, so that's not going to work. Yeah, don't turn your tank around if you want to run away. But of course, the tricky thing is that if you click far enough away, you tell the tank, like, get out of here, and it's far enough away that it's like, it's going to be faster to turn around and drive than it would be to back up, then the tank will turn around and drive, if it's technically going to be faster. Yeah, see, look, it turned around and got its engine knocked out, so now it's fucked. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of micro and tell your tank to back up. Oh, fuck, the scout car. Except, luckily, he's off in the middle of nowhere. You do have to do a bit of micro sometimes if you tell your tank to back up, or to drive away to make sure it backs up. But the way to prevent that, to not have to do any micro at all, is just to tell your tank to back up a bit, because if it's not backing up so far that it's faster to turn around and drive, then it will just back up. It's a smart tank. So, oh no! Dead infantry, dead infantry, dead infantry! Run away. Run away. There's two of them left. One of them left. At least he's still alive. Thank you, Tiny Hill. You've saved Gordon Hunt. He will live to fight another day. So yeah, this tank fight has been going on for like 20 minutes. And looks like our guy took the thing on the left back, then he lost it. Man, 73 points for the enemy and 0 for our dude. So this is not looking good for the combined forces of the British Commonwealth, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand Army Corps, or Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. I never know what ANZAC stands for. Hey, I can look up this guy's name, because I can just, I have the power of the internet right here. If anything happens in this video while I'm looking up his name, please tell me. I'll just switch back real fast. Oh, look, he's got a, what is that? Oh, fuck, something, his Daimler got knocked out. Right? Did he just buy that? See, I switch away for 1 second to look up this guy's name on YouTube, and then everything starts happening. Let's see, go to inbox. Go to Jack F101. Alright, guys, and he's got 272 subscribers on his YouTube channel, so I guess he puts up his own videos. Hey, he's got some Arma videos. Arma operation. Oh no, he's lost his treads on the Churchill. Luckily it's got fucking ton of armor, so it's not the end of the world. How are things going? Still shooting those tanks, huh? Well, good luck. So things are looking things are looking not stupendous, although let's think about how many points worth of things people have lost so far. The Germans have not lost any tanks. He repaired that one Panzer IV, and the other Panzer IV is still alive, although beat up. There's a scout car driving around, but he did lose the other scout car. Of course, our guys lost 2 scout cars and the AA tank. Whoop, now we're down to 2 dead scout cars for each. Our guy has lost an AT gun and a AA gun. The Germans, and maybe a mortar. I think the mortar might be still alive. Nope, I think it's dead now. The Germans... Seems like the Germans have not lost as much stuff. Ooh, this is gonna be a nice grenade. Check it out. Boom. Okay, no, that wasn't very impressive. I just killed one person. But still, one is better than nothing. It's almost, like 99% of the time it's worth it to trade a grenade for a person, because you can just go to their dead body and pick up another grenade. Worst comes to worst. But, yeah, basically, you should pretty much always trade a grenade for a person. You ever see a opportunity to trade a grenade for a person, take it. Take it. You never know when it'll pop up again. Especially if you have good enough micro to cook the grenade, so you can get a sort of guaranteed kill. That's where the good stuff is. Always, always bleed your opponents dry. Stab them many times with grenades. Not quite sure how that would work. You'd have to stab them with a grenade pin, I suppose. Pull the pin out, poke them a bunch, and they'd be like, ow, stop poking me. And you're like, fine, just hold this. And they're like, okay. And then you walk away, and they're like, wait, it's a grenade! And that's the kind of comedy that you'd get in a slapstick movie. Except probably not grenades. Or you wouldn't die from the grenade. It'd be like a cartoon. Man, these tanks, they've been just shooting the entire time. 24/7. He should really... Can he not knock out that Panzer IV? Like, it seems like something to try, right? Like, you know, he's not moving. He can't go anywhere. Maybe I don't know. Think about shooting him. Look, it's a Daimler armored car. Was Daimler later bought by Chrysler, or was Chrysler bought by Daimler? Because they are called Daimler Chrysler. Maybe Daimler bought Chrysler because Daimler's name comes first. Is that a Hetzer? I think it's so. I think it's so. Or no, it's not. I can't even tell. My eyes are broken. Oh, this is a Churchill crocodile he bought with his hero points. So that thing has a flamethrower on the front, which we haven't even seen. That looks like a Stug, actually, not a Hetzer. Let me maximize my window. That didn't really help. Oh yeah, sorry this is not in 1080p, but I can only work with what the fans send me. What is it? It's a Stug, I think. Oh no, these trees are having a bad day. Has the snow melted? Did these trees start out snowier than they are? Because if so, that'd be the coolest thing in the world, but I think no. I think probably not. That's a Stug. If the snow melted, that'd be track damage. That's the end of the useful life for the Stug, because it was halfway through turning. So now this armored car can just back up, but it should back up some more, so it's not still shootable by the Stug. Is it still shootable? Just has to shoot through the building. We'll find out. Speaking of snow, Company of Heroes 2 is gonna be Snow City. It's gonna be like clicking in a winter wonderland. It's gonna be like on the night before Christmas. See, I told you to move the Daimler armored car. He just got shot through the building. Guys, 2 flimsy walls built by some peasant in France 600 years ago are not going to protect you from the full might of the German war machine firing armor-piercing rounds at like 600 meters a second or whatever. Probably not 600 meters a second. That's a little fast. But still, it's not going to work. Not going to work at all. And now we have a giant smoking crater to show for that. When instead he could have basically driven behind the Stug and fired at it from point blank with his nice fast little armored car, because the Stug is disabled and can't do a goddamn thing. This guy's name is Patrick Powell, which means the children when he was young, called him PP for short, which means his parents do not care about him at all if you name your child PP. But of course, he has no parents. He is a video game soldier. Unless these people are named after real people, which is extremely unlikely. Oh no, the Stug's repaired. And now it's shooting the crocodile, which is down to 2 crew members. And he notices Stu, so he buys some tank crewmen. Wow, that thing just fired an HE shell, I think. That must explain why there's such a huge explosion. BAM! Track damaged again. Alright. Bad day to be the Stug. Okay, so now we've learned our lesson. Uh-oh, the Stug punched through the tank. Killed 2 tank crew, might have even taken out the tank, we don't know. But, now we've learned our lesson. You can drive your Daimler armored car in and kill a Stug, or do that. That's all you need to do. That was pretty sweet. And this is still alive. It's just those 2 new tank crewmen just got instantly killed. It's like, oi, hi new guys, how are you doing? Would you like to operate the tank? I don't know what accent I'm doing. That's like half Australian, half British. Would you like to operate the tank? And this is like, Hero Daimler has killed 2 tanks so far. Can he kill the tiger? Spoiler alert, no, he can't kill the tiger. Can the tiger kill the Cromwell? Spoiler alert, it's a Churchill. Can the tiger kill a Churchill? Spoiler alert, I don't know. Not really a spoiler. Can the Churchill kill the tiger? I don't know. It can certainly injure the crew like 20 times in a row. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I'm pretty excited. Stuff's blown up. This guy's captured 2 of the 3 points. He's got 12 points versus the opponent's 84. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's going on, guys. Everything's getting crazy. Everything's getting crazy. Things are getting repaired. Crew's getting, like, continually injured, like 8 times in a row. Because the armor... Why are you showing your back? Do you know how to play this game? Have you ever played Men of War? Do you know what this video game is? Why are you doing this? Why are you driving in a circle? Are you taunting? Why are you firing HE? What is going on? I'm so confused. Nothing makes sense. It's like out of armor-piercing ammo? Is that what's going on? Is that why he bought an armor truck? Why did the crew get confused again? Is the crew getting confused because he's firing HE shells that aren't punching through? They're just exploding and confusing everyone? They're like, I'm confused. Why are HE shells being blown? Oh god, now he's got to play the find the armor-piercing round game. 75mm quick. Nope, 93. Nope, 93. Nope, 87. No, 77, 76, 75. Boom, that's it. Whew. Alright, he's reloaded. And just fuck it, put all the shells in there. Why not? It'll make for a bigger explosion when the tiger inevitably punches through with this 88. Did he kill the tiger? Nope, it was just smoking a bit. Oh, it's another tank. Tank. Oh, whoa, what is going on? What is going on? Track damaged. Hull pierced. Trying to hit the... This is the craziest thing. There's nothing to say. Uh-oh, but the opponent's taking the middle, so that's not good. This guy should really repair the tracks on this thing. Although he's at the perfect angle right now. This is the perfect angle. It would be better if he was turned slightly to the left, but you do want diagonal, basically. You want it to be as glancing a hit as possible when the shell comes in on your tank. So he's at the perfect angle, and the tiger is more or less at the perfect angle too, I think. Tiger might be a little too straight on. Patrick Cooper, hero machine gunner, crawling forward on his belly, trying to take this point back from the Huns. We'll see how that goes. I think the 2-pounder AT gun should maybe stop trying to take out the tiger. I'm gonna call this one and say a 2-pounder is not gonna take out a tiger from like 800 meters or whatever. But you're welcome to try. What's that other vehicle behind the tiger on the minimap? I don't know. Maybe that was an ammo truck too. This is the game where, oh, main gun damaged. Uh-oh. Now the tiger should reverse or something? I don't know. He can't do anything. I'm not sure why he's sticking around. Why are you sticking around? Dude who's never played this game before, what's going on? What's going on? I thought you were good. Oh, his track is knocked out. Okay, so this is funny. This is extremely amusing. Oh, look, it's a truck. I love this. You never see trucks, and now you got 2 trucks. What's this one doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? This doesn't work. This is not Afghanistan. There's no suicide bomber trucks. You just get fucked. See, look, you ran into 2 trees. The trees blew up, and you're still fucked. Yeah, no, this is not. Yeah, don't even try. So now we have a saboteur named Peter Webb, and an SMG infantry named Jude Powell. So if you like that Beatles song, Hey Jude, now is the time to load it up and rock out. Hey Jude, don't let me down. I need to capture the middle point to make it better. Remember to always throw your grenades. If, man, the other track taken down, sniper, we got a saboteur moving in, an SMG infantry moving in. Looks like both players basically out of points at this point. Although the German's got himself a fat lot of tanks, whereas all we've got over here is the crocodile. Uh-oh, infantry moving in, but they're gonna get shot by combined force of the machine gunner, the saboteur, and the SMG. That one machine gunner is really gonna help him hold the middle. This plus the sniper, of course. Oh no, what's firing in the middle? Some sort of tanky thing. It's gonna take out everybody. It's gonna take out... These are just perfect angles for tank engagement. That looks like... That must be an artillery sort of tank, or is that a Panzer IV infantry support tank? This is firing HE. That is incorrect. You need to use the AP. Or the APCR. That's the good stuff. The penetratey stuff. So, yeah, both players probably down to almost nothing on their points. Bren silenced, Sten, Bren killed these Folksturm. Folksturm, again, really not going to cut it. Or at the very least they have to shoot. They don't even get very many grenades. So, let's see. Still 17 points for our ally, 95 for the enemy, so he must be kicking himself. He really wants to get in. I don't know how the main gun got damaged on that thing. Probably Churchill took a shot and just got lucky. APCR, HE. Oh, he's got to use HE to try and kill the repairing people. Oh, but it's out of range! It's out of range! You can't hit it! Oh, you can hit it. It's almost out of range! You can't hit it with your gun! But it explodes for no fucking reason. He must have hit the engine back when he hit the tank. This is exciting, guys. This is a combination of excitement and very slow burn excitement because they both have like 4 people. This is like... This is tense. What do you do? Do you repair that tiny little Tetrak? You can't even buy tank crewmen. Repair the Tetrak. These tanks are just gonna be firing at each other for the rest of this game. Bam. Bam. I wonder if the main gun's repaired yet on the Tiger. I don't know. You'd think if it was like repaired, it'd fire. Yeah, that's it. Move the 2-pounder straight in front of the Tiger. I'm sure the front armor will be what you need to penetrate. Like you'll punch right through that with the dinky little 40mm. It's not like the 75mm hasn't been trying it for the last 15 minutes. Whew. This guy's name is Terry Knight, and he's a sniper. Oh, yeah, get some sight up in that. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Guy climbing back in the Tiger. That means he just repaired something. Sniper cannot spot that far. What is going on? That Tiger just fell into a thing. I think it just tried to drive away and immediately got his track damaged. This is the funniest goddamn game. Oh man, are those Folksturm coming in? If they're Folksturm, I'm gonna laugh. Let's watch the middle. Almost in the middle. Come on. Yeah, repositioning armored car in the middle is a good idea. I think the hull just got damaged on the Tiger, I think. Or the other track. If these are Folksturm, it's gonna be so funny. He should... Unfortunately, the 2-pounder should really be guarding the middle. Oh, Folksturm. Yep. Yep. You suck. You're getting fucked. Oh no! One of the Folksturm took out the machine gunner! Oh, hero Folksturm. You are hero the father... Oh no, and the SMG infantry down. So now we just have the sniper and the saboteur. Oh fuck, it's a Goliath. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna work? No. No, it's not. This is gonna be a really impressive... Oh, So this is, that's a lot of fire. Now the forest is on fire. I wonder if those trees had snow and then they're melted. That would make a lot of sense. Now it's the Saboteur versus the Folksturm with the sniper and the armor car in support. What is going on with this Tiger? This is just, it's like that movie, it's like, not that movie, it's, you ever, the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which was the best one, but the other 2 were really good, and then the 4th sucked, and even I'll say the 4th sucked, even though I loved the second 2, even though nobody loved the second 2. I thought they were all fantastic movies. Fucking Johnny Depp I would marry if I were gay, and he were a woman or something. But, fuck, what was I talking? End of Pirates of the first Caribbean movie, when Barbossa and Sparrow are fighting and they can't hurt each other. That's what these 2 tanks are. They're just shooting with the guns, with the boom guns. So this is looking like maybe he's gonna win. Our guy is gonna win because he's got a tank, and the other guy can only buy Folksturm. And fucking Tigers, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's like death of 1,000 paper cuts. Crew constantly injured. I saw a crewman die, I think, or the tread got knocked out. This. Oh, finally! Finally! Finally. Maybe now we can repair the treads. Oh, by the way, I want to mention this. These two soldiers selected right here, they came out of the ammo truck. That's right, he's using every last person to fight, including the soldiers from the ammo. Oh fuck, it's a tank. Oh, that's a Panzer III. No biggie. No biggie. He just has to worry about the Panzer III coming in and blitzing him and killing all the infantry. No biggie. Kind of a biggie. Just killed your armored car. That's a big deal. Crew injured. Still kind of a big deal. Killed all your infantry. Now it's a pretty big deal. Panzer III's killing everybody. Knocked out the AT gun. Now it's a bigger deal. Still shooting the... Okay, now it's dead. So, could have gone better. When it's down to the wire like this, and every unit counts, and you see something coming in that's basically on a suicide run, you pull the fuck out with everything that it's supposed to be suiciding on, and you let it fight the only thing it can't kill, which is your Churchill. Because you know he's just in there to do as much damage as he can before he gets killed. So you want to minimize the amount of damage he's going to do. So you get your armored car the fuck out of there, and, I don't know, maybe even run your infantry away. This guy's name is Robert Lloyd, and that guy's name is David Marshall. Sniper is going to get MVP of the matches if we didn't already have like 8 other MVPs, because he's been picking off people the whole time. And who are those guys behind that fallen tree log? They're Folkstorm. Well, let's also talk about Company Heroes 2 some more. They stole the Fog of War idea from Men of War. I shouldn't say stole, because Men of War just lets you see what your units see, so that's hardly like a unique idea. But obviously Men of War did it first, and plenty of other games did it first, but Men of War did it extremely well. And so now, if you heard about Company Heroes, it's basically gonna do line of sight like Men of War. The original Company Heroes just had normal real-time strategy sort of view ranges around units. You know, you draw a circle around your unit, they can see everything within that circle. But Company Heroes 2 is going to be like Men of War. If someone's on the other side of a wall, you won't see them even if they're very close. So I don't mind Company of Heroes 2 stealing that. We'll see how well it works. It certainly works well enough in Men of War. That's a big fucking tiger tank to pop out in the middle of nowhere. I guess he's been saving his hero points. Goliath. Next up, tiger tank. But we'll see how well it works in Company Heroes 2. What has he got? This is the second, third, fourth time he's driven his tanks around like a complete idiot, showing his butt, driving in circles. This guy is just... he loves circles. What is wrong with you? Do you have a circle button on your keyboard that you're just constantly mashing? I don't understand why you're doing this. Why are you doing this? Look at this. His engine is just showing directly to the enemy. Why are you doing this? This makes zero sense. No sense at all. Why? 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 If you learn one thing from this game, you need to learn that coniferous maybe means that the tree has pine cones. Or other cones. Pine cones are probably only for pine trees. So we'll see how it works in Company of Heroes 2, but what gets me annoyed is that, like, game journalists, not like normal people, not like you and me sort of folks, just average people, but like game journalists whose job it is to, like, for a living, report on games. So like, literally your only job, you get paid money to talk about video games all day and write about video games all day and inform us about video games all day. Video game journalists are like, they go to Relic and they see Company Heroes 2 in action, then they write these articles like, revolutionary new line of sight mechanism that will change the game. It's like, holy shit, you can only see what your units see. If there's like a tree that falls down, you can't see behind it. It's like, guys, games have done this before. Men of War, a World War II real-time strategy game, has done this before. So it's like, stop fucking, like, jerking off. And did he just kill a tiger with a commando? Yes, he did. So stop fucking, like, jerking off Relic and being like, oh my god, you guys are geniuses for introducing this thing. Because, like, number one, it's not, like, the most amazing idea. Okay, you see what your units see? That's super brilliant. Like, duh. It's like, okay, you can think that up yourself. And, number two, Relic obviously far from the first people to do this. So it's kind of annoying to see people saying, like, oh man, Company Heroes 2 is revolutionary. It's like, no, Men of War did this, like, 8 years ago. And it's been doing it ever since. No, so obviously Men of War wasn't the first one, and I don't think Soldiers of Heroes World War II was the first one either, but the game that came before Men of War was Faces of War, which is a piece of shit. But that was a sequel to Soldiers, Heroes of World War II, which came out in like 2002 or something, 10 years ago, maybe even longer. And that was an amazing game. It's basically Men of War, only earlier, and you know, not as pretty and not as detailed, but really fantastic games and great co-op. I have some good memories of co-op in that, and obviously that did this whole line of sight thing too. So basically, my takeaway here is that game journalists basically don't know their asses from a hole in the ground, except for rockpapershotgun.com. Those people know what they're talking about, and also basically just rock paper shotgun. Or, you know, even they screw stuff up sometimes, but generally those are honest mistakes, and they get more things right than most people bother even writing in the first place. So, despite a valiant effort by the opponent to attack, driving the Tiger straight into enemy lines and letting commandos hit it with AT grenades was, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, if we're rating how smart that was, that would be really stupid. Just dumb as bricks. Very, very bad. So don't do that. I hope you're learning a lot of stuff not to do. This guy's name is Mycroft Barker. Mycroft. That's from Sherlock Holmes, I think. Mycroft. Where have I heard Mycroft? Mycroft. Let's type it in Google. Mycroft. Mycroft Holmes. He is the elder brother by 7 years of famous detective Sherlock Holmes. Alright, good to know. I knew that because I read The Moon is a Harsh Mistress by Robert A. Heinlein or Robert H. Heinlein? Robert Heinlein. There's a character in that book named after Mycroft Holmes. So, I did not know who Mycroft Holmes was, but I knew that he was Mycroft from Sherlock Holmes. So that's a peek inside my brain. I hope that was scary. Tom James. That's a nice short name. 2 M's in it. Benjamin Robinson. That's not a nice short name. Hello, my name is Benjamin Robinson. I'm from Britain. I like to drink tea and eat horrible food. All of the food from my country is horrific, because we have yet to import Indian food. And once we do, we will manage to fuck that up. Because there is no food that the British cannot fuck up. Except fish and chips, I guess, because that's just so low, such a low barrier of entry that you basically can't get that wrong. Like if you can screw up frying food, then like congratulations, you're worse than the British. But I don't think anyone in the history of cuisine has managed to screw up frying something. America is actually getting pretty close. We're frying like Snickers and stuff, and once you're doing that, it's like the end times. You might as well just commit suicide. But you know, even that I don't think is awful. I had s'mores the other day. Yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. And I guess I was not aware that some people don't know what s'mores are, but they're a thing. A couple of crackers, some chocolate, toasted marshmallow, good stuff. You need a fire though, so that's difficult. You can't just burn. It's funny. You can't just burn anything. Like some things, like pets, like children, people's cars. You don't want to burn them. Other things like other people's cars, you can burn, but just the fumes, not good. Like cancerous stuff. So you don't want to toast your marshmallows over like a burning Humvee or something. Even if you're in Iraq and you got a lot of burning Humvees on your hands because the United States left them. But still, don't toast your marshmallows over those. Just burn good old wood and witches. Wood or witches are how you should toast your marshmallows. So this is really getting down to the wire for like the 18th time in a row. 47 points for our ally, for our allied player. 95 points for the enemy, but they haven't. They've been at 95 for a while. Oh, maybe they're going to get up to 96 now that they held 2 out of the 3. This has been a really tense, hard-fought game. Could maybe have stood to have slightly higher point values or something, but I've greatly enjoyed watching this fight. I've learned how not to drive Tiger tanks. I've learned how not to drive Panzer IVs. To be perfectly honest, I actually knew the answer to those vaguely before. I don't think running straight into a heavy machine gun is the best strategy for this guy, but honestly I've done it myself a couple times, so I should not be talking. But obviously if I stop talking I die. I'm like a shark. If a shark ever stops talking, it dies. So I can't stop talking. So 99, holy shit, 99 points for the enemy! You better decap that point pretty fast. This is getting really bad now. So, it's the Folksturm charge. If he had put all his money he had on Folksturm toward basically anything else, I think maybe he would have won by now. Because all it would have, instead of like the 8 dead squads of Folksturm, he could have had like 1 live submachine gunner somewhere taking a point. But, so that heavy machine gun's still alive, I think. And, that Churchill's still, God, repair that! That has a flamethrower on the front. Do you understand what you can do with a flamethrower? You can flame things. I think maybe some of the snow is melted on these trees. I don't know. Am I going crazy? Did I drop acid? I might have dropped acid. This guy's name is Hugh Martin. I'm tripping balls, guys. He still has 4 hero units points left, but again, I never spend those either. So, I should not be talking. One more point. Is the opponent going to pull this off? Is our guy going to pull this off? I honestly have literally no idea. If I had to make bets right now, I would bet on the side of the opponent, but I don't have to make bets, luckily. There's nobody else in this room with me, so nobody can hold me to it. I won a bet the other day with my friend. I bet him $10 that Defense of the Ancients 2, or Dota 2, I guess it's called, would be free to play. This was like a year or 2 ago when I bet him. And then they announced it was free to play. So, bam. Easiest $10 I've ever made by betting with someone about whether a game by Valve is going to be free to play or not. I wish I'd bet someone for Team Fortress 2. Whew, I would have won that bet. No one saw that coming until they started the hats shit, but I wish I got a hat for buying Men of War Assault Squad. They could give you a, they can't give you a German helmet or a Little Russian hat, because they already did those for Red Orchestra 2. So they could give you, what sort of hat would work for Assault Squad? Well, I don't know. You guys can post in the comments what sort of Team Fortress 2 hat you think they should have for the next Men of War game pre-order. So it looks like the opponent's taking the middle point, and given that the Churchill cannot move because he has not repaired it, it looks like he's gonna lose. But this has been a fun game, and honestly, dude, repair the treads on your Churchill, because then you could drive in there and roast everything with your flamethrower, and maybe you could win. But thank you so much for sending in the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you want to see more things like this, get super drunk so you forget you've ever watched my videos and just watch them again. Don't know if that'll work, but couldn't hurt to try, unless you get too drunk and then it could hurt, but I'm not worried about that. Are you? I'm not. Maybe we should make a drinking game for my videos. Every time I'm wrong, drink, and you die of alcohol poisoning before you get halfway through. So that was a fun game. See you all when I never do.